Folks, you better buckle up because this story is going to light a fire under every long-term investor out there. Imagine putting every ounce of conviction into one company and watching it transform into a life-changing position. That is exactly what one retail investor named Joseph has done with Tesla. Back then, Tesla was traded around the $250 range, and Joseph owned 60,000 shares. That is roughly $15 million in Tesla stock. If Tesla grows 10 times from there, like ARK's Cathie Wood has predicted with targets in the $2,500 to $2,700 range over the next decade, his position could be worth more than $100 million. Think about that. A regular investor, not a hedge fund, not an insider, but a regular person who believed early and never let go. This is not financial advice. If you enjoy stories of massive conviction and want to see more breakdowns like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe right now. Joseph's story starts back in 2019 when Tesla was a completely different company. At that time, he began with a $250,000 investment. He admitted that before that point, he didn't have the courage to go all in because the Model 3 was not yet scaled, and the risk of Tesla running out of cash was real. In 2018, the company was fighting for its life, production was behind schedule, and bankruptcy was a fear. But Joseph recognized that if Tesla could scale production, the upside would be enormous. So he made his first big bet. Over time, as he watched Tesla hit production goals and strengthen its balance sheet, he added another $250,000, bringing his stake to $500,000. Even then, he said, he couldn't sleep at night, not because he feared a loss, but because he feared he hadn't bought enough. That feeling drove him to eventually push his total investment in 2019 to a full $1 million. Today, that initial $1 million has grown into a stake of roughly $25 million. What changed between those early days and now is Tesla's financial strength. Back in 2018, Tesla needed outside funding to survive. Today, Tesla generates massive free cash flow from selling cars and can fund its own AI research, robotics development, and energy projects. Where other EV startups depend on constant fundraising, Tesla stands on its own 2 feet. That eliminates the existential risk that once kept early investors awake at night. At the same time, Tesla's opportunity has actually expanded. In 2019, Joseph was investing because he believed electric vehicles would grow from a tiny 3% of the US market to as much as 90% over the next 15 years. Today, the company has added self-driving, humanoid robots, energy storage, and even future plans for distributed computing power. The risk is far lower, and the potential reward is far higher. Joseph explained that his confidence comes from Tesla's unique competitive advantages. First is its unmatched pace of innovation. He worked in some of the top tech companies in the world and saw how bureaucracy and endless layers of management slowed progress. Tesla is the opposite. Elon Musk despises unnecessary hierarchy and pushes a flat structure that allows engineers to iterate at lightning speed. Second is Tesla's vertical integration. Where many companies outsource key components, Tesla builds everything from batteries to software in-house. That control protects margins and accelerates improvements. Third is the company's technical lead. Whether it's manufacturing, battery chemistry, or AI training data, Tesla is years ahead of competitors. When you buy Tesla stock, Joseph says, you're not just buying a car company. You're buying the innovation of its engineers, the efficiency of its factories, and the culture of relentless progress. He doesn't watch the stock price day to day. He focuses on owning a percentage of a business he believes will dominate the future. When asked when he plans to sell, Joseph says he has no timeline. He sells only if the company's execution no longer matches the reason he bought. Tesla's short-term ups and downs mean nothing to him. From 2012 to 2013, the stock tripled, then went sideways for 5 years before exploding more than 20-fold. Anyone who gave up during those flat years missed the run of a lifetime. Tesla has already gone up more than 20 times over the last decade, but Joseph believes it is still early. If the company fulfills its potential in robotics, full self-driving, and energy, today's valuation could look cheap. One of Joseph's strongest convictions is that Tesla's humanoid robot program will create a market even larger than electric cars. He believes demand will be so overwhelming that production capacity, not consumer interest, will be the limiting factor. Everyone will want a Tesla robot, just as everyone wanted a smartphone. The key question is how fast Tesla can scale manufacturing, and based on its track record with vehicles, Joseph believes Tesla is the most likely company in the world to achieve mass production of robots. Beyond robots, Tesla is also working on connecting the computing power of every car to create the world's largest distributed inference network. This could provide enormous new revenue streams as AI applications explode. Critics often point to Tesla's high price-to-earnings ratio as a reason to stay away. But Joseph compares it to Amazon in its early days. Amazon once traded at seemingly absurd valuations when it was just an online bookstore. Investors who focused only on near-term profits missed the massive value created by AWS, Prime, and the entire e-commerce ecosystem. Joseph sees Tesla in a similar position today. It's not just a car company, it's a platform for energy, AI, robotics, and future technologies we can barely imagine. Valuing it like a traditional automaker makes no sense. His investing philosophy is simple. Buy great companies, add more when the stock dips, and never try to time perfect entry or exit points. He used to invest in broad index funds and even tried trimming out weaker companies to beat the S&P 500. Eventually, he realized the best strategy was to identify the very best businesses and hold them through volatility. He made mistakes in the past by selling Apple too early and by not buying enough Nvidia. He refuses to repeat those mistakes with Tesla. That's why he holds a massive position and plans to keep adding whenever the market gives him an opportunity. For Joseph, Tesla is not just a trade, it's a once-in-a-generation opportunity led by a once-in-a-century leader. Elon Musk continues to launch new products, open new markets, and chase breakthroughs that can change the world. Whether it's full self-driving, humanoid robots, or an AI supercomputer network, Tesla keeps expanding its addressable market. The short-term market noise, tweets, headlines, daily price swings, doesn't change the long-term trajectory. As legendary investor Peter Lynch said, the key skill in investing is ignoring the noise and focusing on a company's earnings power 5 to 10 years down the road. The only question that matters is whether Tesla will be earning more in 5 or 10 years than it does today. Joseph believes the answer is a resounding yes. Tesla's stock will remain volatile because opinions about the company are polarized, but volatility is opportunity. If you believe, like Joseph, that Tesla will dominate energy, AI, and robotics, then short-term dips are buying windows, not reasons to panic. He reminds investors that no one can consistently buy at the perfect bottom or sell at the perfect top. Anyone who claims they can would already be a billionaire many times over. Instead of trying to be perfect, focus on owning a world-changing company for the long run. Think about where Tesla could be a decade from now. A global leader in electric vehicles, the first company to mass-produce humanoid robots, a provider of distributed computing power for AI, and a key player in renewable energy storage. Each of those markets alone could support a $1 trillion valuation. Combined, they create a future that is almost impossible to overstate. That is why Joseph sleeps well at night, holding 60,000 shares, even through market swings. He knows exactly what he owns and why he owns it. If this story inspires you, remember to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into companies shaping our future. Whether you agree with Joseph or not, his conviction is a powerful reminder that understanding a business and believing in its long-term mission is what creates life-changing returns.